This is unbelievable. How much money we're wasting in the NHS for people who don't speak English. We've got to get them translators. Yes, you heard right. People who don't speak English who use the National Health Service, national. You think if it was national, you think these people would be able to speak English, but they can't. So we have to then hire someone to be a translator to ensure they understand what's going on. And let's look how much we're spending at the moment. We're spending 63 million a year on translators. That works out at £130,000 a day. These are just silly numbers. And you wonder why we're bankrupt. You wonder why the NHS has no money. My mother-in-law lived in Spain for decades, and every time she went to a Spanish hospital, she had to have her own translator. There was a woman she knew who part-time would go to hospitals with people to be a translator, and she would pay her to do it. Other countries expect you to pay for translators. Some countries in Europe expect you to be fed by your family. The hospital won't feed you. Your family do that. The family wash you and change your clothes and change your bedding. That's some countries. I'm not saying we should do that. But we've gone far too much the other way. Where you don't speak English and we'll hire someone to interpret you and then tell you what the doctor or the nurse is saying. This is mental. Where's the pressure for you to learn English? These people are living here, obviously. Some will be legal immigrants. Some will be here decades and decades. And I don't need to learn English, do I? I use my local shop. They're Punjabi, so I'm fine there. My sons buy everything I need online, so I'm fine there. And when I've got to go to the hospital, I don't need to take anybody. They'll pay for a translator for me. So I can still live in my little enclave, my little ghetto. And I'll still speak Punjabi. And I don't have to learn English. And I've been here 30 years. That's the message we keep sending to people. I'm not saying it's a good message or a bad message. My point is, I don't want to pay for this. I'm sick of my taxes being this high. I'm sick of my taxes going to go up in a couple of months to fill the 50 billion black hole that Labour now have created. We've got to stop spending this money. And the first thing we need to stop spending money on are non-British people. People who can't speak English. People who shouldn't be in the country. Criminals. We need to start cutting service for all these people. And we need mass deportations as well, by the way. But 63, nearly 64 million a year NHS spend on translators. If I'd have known that a few decades ago, I'd have learned another language and I'd have been a translator. And to be fair, there's certain parts of Manchester where I grew up, you'd need a translator to understand what they're saying. A bit like the Oasis boys. They need a translator sometimes. But we need to stop this spending. It's not funny. And I'm sick of paying for it. That's the point I'm making. I am sick of paying for it. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you next time.